What's up, y'all? It's B coming back at y'all with another video, man. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. 25-8, all gas, no brakes. We gonna get into this video. Apparently, Trump decides to throw missiles at Iran, so we might as well see that. Yeah, let's see that. Oh, shit not connected.
That's so fun. Coolest plugin I ever used. Arcade. It's used by the top artists and producers in the game.
Today, people nationwide and also in Central Florida are reacting to the U.S. and Israeli strikes that reportedly confirmation of major breaking news out of Iran. President Donald Trump and Israeli forces say that those strikes on Iran killed the supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna want retaliation for that.
Khamenei. Israeli forces have been reporting this for the last few hours, but the U.S. had not commented. But now, within the last hour, President Trump repeating the same news on his social account, Truth Social. And this was the scene in Iran today after those strikes from the U.S. and
Jeez Louise.
Israel. Iran says more than 200 people again killed in the attack, and that number likely will go up. The attack in the middle of the day targeted a meeting of top officials. And
shit, war don't gotta be at night anymore. It could be any time of the day. It's war. When it's war, it's war.
The U.S. says dozens of them were taken out. Reactions have been pouring in from around the world and right here at home. In response to those attacks, Iran did launch its own round of strikes throughout the Middle East right after the first blast. In a change from past attacks, the first explosions that rocked Tehran happened in broad daylight in what President Trump called major combat operations against Iran.
Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of
Isn't this the same guy saying that we ain't gonna go to war? Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Look, bro. It's the same guy. Hold on. Where is it at? I seen a meme of that shit.
They said, he will start a war. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars.
I do not make this statement lightly. The Iranian regime
Ain't that a spit of events?
seeks to kill. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties.
So much for politics.
We don't need the wars, foreign lands, countries you've never heard of want us there.
That's funny as hell,
You're
bro.
spending billions and billions of
Doing this not for, and it is a no.
That is actually hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
Today, people nation, the president making it clear.
Imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people.
The U.S. and Israel jointly launching the wide-scale attack. Smoke billowing from strikes on multiple targets. And
What's crazy is everybody's too busy eating. Everybody's too busy thinking about the next thing they want to buy. Everybody's too busy thinking about the next thing to buy online. And we're in a full-blown out war. A full-blown out war. Just because you don't see it posted on TV right now doesn't mean we're not in a war. We are completely in a war right now. You need to keep your family close, man.
Tehran. Iran launching retaliatory strikes, drones and missiles targeting Israel, and U.S. assets, including military bases.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God!
Iran also launching drones into nations they believe are helping the U.S. Kuwait, Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, and Jordan.
The Iranians are getting
This is
desperate.
crazy.
They are now not targeting military sites. They're going directly after civilian and revenge attacks.
The U.S. strikes against Iran coming after a massive military buildup in the regime and days of...
Man, I just pray every day, bro. Like, because we're literally in the midst of war right now, man.
speculation
And you don't know who to trust, where's safe, where's not safe. You just got to listen to your damn conscience, bro. Listen to your heart.
about whether the president was going to give the go-ahead for military action. The president making it clear he was not happy with the administration's negotiations with Iran over its nuclear program.
This terrorist regime can never have a nuclear weapon. I'll say it again. They can never have a nuclear weapon.
The president
not?
did not seek congressional approval for this
Is that why we're striking them? Is so they don't have a nuclear weapon?
attack. And though he claims Iran is working on a missile that could soon reach the U.S., U.S. intelligence has concluded Tehran would not be capable of that for another 9 years.
It's scary how
shit.
quickly we just lurched to war without any plans, and for something I don't think is in actually our interest.
So we got 9 years before that shit explodes.
Again, opinions are widespread. The White House says that President Trump has spoken with the leaders of Saudi Arabia, Qatar,
So
the
in other words, is that we're all gonna get blown up in 9 years? Is that what I'm hearing?
UAE, and the NATO Secretary General. The White House is working to arrange briefings this week for all members of the House and Senate on these Iran strikes. And with President Trump claiming that the supreme leader of Iran, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, is dead, here is a look at the compound where he was living before and after these U.S. and Israeli strikes
before and
today.
after is
This
crazy.
is in Tehran. You can see the damage done there.
Yeah, I can definitely
followed
see the
by all of
damage.
the black smoke wafting from below. And obviously that region of the world has a heavy U.S. military presence. Here you can see the area with several countries that border Iran being home to bases for U.S. armed forces. And today, ripple effects and reaction across the globe to those U.S. and Israeli strikes on Iran this morning. Here on the left in the big box, you're looking at Times Square in New York City, where thousands gathered to protest and condemn the actions taken by the U.S. and Israel. On the right, up top, you can see people in Israel on a road leading from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, running and looking for shelter as the IDF was
Scary, man. Scary times. You know, Jesus Christ, he talked about times like this. Let me show y'all. Jesus Christ talked about times like this. Thank you. Yeah, he talked about this shit.
But the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there will be famines and earthquakes in
What we're
various
going through right
places.
now, chat.
All these are but the beginning of the birth pains. And then they will deliver you up to tribulation
Yep.
and put you to death.
Aye, aye, aye.
And you will be hated by all nations for my name's sake. And then many will fall away
Jesus Christ
and
is
betray
king,
one
y'all.
another and hate one another. And many false prophets will arise and lead many astray. And because lawlessness will be increased, the love of many will grow cold. But the one who endures to the end will be saved.
Yep. Amen, bro. And I'm one of them that's gonna be saved, man. I just know it, man. But let's finish that video, yeah?
today. People nationwide.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 4.
Today, people nationwide and also
So
in
we kind of
Central
already seen this. This one.
Senator, if you could stand by with us, we want to bring in our chief national security correspondent, Jennifer Griffin. She's got some breaking news to add to what we are learning right now about this operation. Jennifer.
Sandra, I just spoke with a senior U.S. official that confirmed to Fox that the U.S. does believe that Ali Khamenei, the Ayatollah, was killed along with 5 to 10 top Iranian leaders in that initial Israeli strike on his compound earlier today.
Yeah, I mean, come on. This is like 9/11 all over again. Like they're gonna retaliate. Now, where they're gonna hit, I don't know. I don't have all the answers, but we know for sure in war, bro, they're gonna retaliate.
Target of opportunity. There was a deliberate decision.
And I just hope I'm not where they're gonna land something.
To accelerate the timeline and to strike during the daytime, which is extremely unusual. Usually the U.S. would not strike during the daytime, but they wanted to catch the senior leadership off guard. It was a Saturday morning.
Yeah, it's in broad daylight.
During Ramadan, and it was also Shabbat during the day. And that's when Israel took the opportunity and dropped those 30 bombs on the compound.
Ay, 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 man.
And the U.S. simultaneously launched strikes against
So it was a double whammy.
all of the military targets that then
Not just one, it
than
was
we've seen
two.
The results of today. I've also learned that the U.S. alone, the U.S. military alone, has carried out nearly 900 strikes in the last airstrikes in the last 12 hours. That is
That's
incredibly high.
That is insane. 900 strikes in the last 12 hours?
High number of strikes in the first 12 hours of this operation, Sandra.
Hey, Jan, it's John here.
Yeah, that is. We're literally in war, chat.
So the one thing that had Mossad agents on the ground who were directing activities for the aircraft that were overhead. Do we have any idea? And one of the other things about the 12 eliminated them. Do we know what the Mossad's potential role was here in making sure that they had everybody in the right place at the right time to launch this strike?
I think it's safe to assume, John, that this was an intelligence-driven operation. And
Yeah, we're the intelligence. All right, I'll be back at y'all in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out of here.